you being, I mean, the top dog in the drug game, you know.
At that time.
At that time, when did you meet Marjorie?
When she was 18.
He married a that hustle money. Everybody know it.
Yeah, she had took my connection. She was using it. She was getting drugs, keys, and giving it to her husband, Donnell.
Jim Townsend, the former husband of Steve Harvey's present wife, has come forward with groundbreaking allegations against the Harvey couple. The former kingpin revealed that he spent his time behind bars in order to save Marjorie's behind. But as soon as the cell doors closed, Marge jumped in bed with Harvey. So gold diggers do it like this, huh? Fun fact, Steve was already married by the time Marjorie got to him. Now that's a match made in heaven. Keep your ears open, people, because this tea is too hot to be missed. We've got all the deets, so let's dive in. Steve Harvey, the guy who is known for his insight on toxic relationships, has been exposed. He has unmasked many so-called cheating betrotheds or gold diggers on his talk show. Well, it takes one to know one. If you look at Steve's own love life, it's an absolute mess. Corey Holcomb, an industry insider and a close acquaintance of Harvey, gave his take on Steve's careless antics.
Man. This is a goofy. He married a that hustle money.
Well, Jim Townsend, the first husband of Steve Harvey's now wife Marjorie Harvey, spoke to Tasha K on the show Unwind with Tasha K. Jim disclosed that after marrying Steve, Marjorie cut all contact with him. Jim explained that it was quite perplexing because he and his ex-wife were on friendly terms and had been in contact with each other throughout his tenure in prison.
I talked for 20 years. I talked to her and I talked to her second husband. No problem. But the day after she married Steve Harvey, her phone cut off.
Jim explained that he met with Marjorie when he was 18 years old. Now, back in the day, the relationship between a middle-aged man and a teenager was seen as cancerous, because more often than not, teenagers turned out to be gold diggers. Well, Jim explained that he was traumatized after an older woman took advantage of him when he was a naive 16-year-old. So he decided that he would not go for the girls his age or older to pursue a relationship.
And the reason I started messing with younger women, that's a story in itself. I tell about that in the book, because the older woman turned me out at 16.
What?
But Marjorie did not give Jim a chance after Jim tried to hit on her at their first meeting. Jim reportedly told Tasha that he was introduced to Marjorie by his friend, but when he gave her his number, she did not get in touch with him.
I told her to give me her number, but she wouldn't. So she said, give me your number. So I gave her my number. I said, well, give me a call. You know, but she never did.
But as fate would have it, Jim and Marjorie ran into each other while Jim was actually on another date. Jim recalled that he was driving a Mercedes that day. Now that Jim was openly flaunting his money to impress his date, Marge approached Jim and gave him her number. Now you might be getting what was going on.
Now, she gave me her number.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I said, I don't know if she saw me when we pulled up and parked on the parking lot.
Now, if you are not convinced by an ex-convict statement, this one might open your eyes. Steve Harvey's second wife explained that it was disturbing to witness an old man chick-hopping immediately after the divorce.
Think about how quickly he moved forward from me to Marjorie.
Mary Lee also revealed that he found explicit text and emails from both Harvey and Marjorie. She explained that after such a brutal betrayal, she never completely recovered from it.
With all the emails and text messages and the different things.
The way she needs long gaps to compose herself is self-explanatory. Mary also disclosed that after she found out about Steve's infidelity, Harvey never spoke to her again, not in the court or gave any excuses. He just left, point blank. This lack of closure has haunted Mary for a long time.
He just left, walked out the door. Once he realized that I was going to divorce him, he walked out the door.
Not only that, but Mary revealed that she had to finalize her divorce to Harvey in a silent courtroom with only the attorney and judge present. It was truly heartbreaking.
When it was time to go before the judge, Steve did not show up. I was standing there alone with his attorney.
While doing an award show, Harvey boasted about his undying love for Marjorie and even went as far as to threaten everybody there to keep their eyes off what's his.
That's mine right there. Yeah, I own you and you own me. I will kill everybody in here about your.
It's rather chilling to watch after knowing how he left his former partner without any regard to her. But that's not all. Maybe Marjorie was the karma for Steve Harvey because she's involved in some shady business behind the scenes. According to Radar Online, Marjorie was under investigation while she was married to drug lord Jim L. Townsend, who was indicted for attempting to buy 40 kilos of cocaine. He was later sentenced to life in prison, but only served 26 years after being granted a pardon by then-President Barack Obama. After her split from Townsend, Marjorie was allegedly linked to another drug dealer, Donald Woods, who reportedly was a cousin to her first husband, Jim. Jim himself told Tasha K that he went to jail for his wife.
From getting an indictment as well?
Yeah, I told you that's the paperwork I was telling you. I left rushing out here trying to get here and didn't have to rush. I don't know why I left her laying on the bed. I had already pulled to show you.
Now, if you think that was all what Marjorie did to get Harvey, you're wrong. Jim disclosed that Marjorie was on the pill while in a relationship with him, but one day she got pregnant. He was then told she got off the pill some time ago. Additionally, Jim alleged that he believes that she got pregnant on purpose.
She was saying, oh, no, I'm on the birth control pill. I'm on the pill, blah, blah, blah. So that's cool. But she ended up getting pregnant.
But the Material Girl definitely did not stop at that. She was allegedly pardoned because she was heavily pregnant when Jim got arrested. She systematically got in contact with Donald and used all of Jim's contacts in the back alley, if you know what I mean, to get the cash rolling.
So yeah, she was. Her and Donnell, yeah, she had took my connection. She was using it. Wayne Jefferson out of Houston. Yeah, she was getting drugs.
Now, let's not forget that Steve Harvey chose to kick Jim out of his children's lives by forcing the children to change their last names from Townsend to Harvey. Jim's eldest son, Jason, told him that he did not want to change his name, but he was not given a choice.
He's not a Townsend.
No.
Okay.
He wanted to. When I got out of prison, he explained everything to me, so he wanted to hyphenate his name.
Keeping in mind all the deets, fans believe that Tasha handled the interview beautifully, and Jim should have kicked Marjorie to the curb when she pulled the pregnancy stunt. Tasha K, you did an excellent, classy interview and didn't pressure the guest. I like the way you handled this because he's already been through a lot. He states that his ex Marjorie got pregnant on purpose. That is a common move some women used to get rid of the wife. I've seen it done many times. Steve should not have put him down talking to his son verbally out of anger because the son didn't accept him as his dad. This will make a good movie, and who's going to play Steve and Marjorie? Corey Holcomb explained that he's been in the industry for years, and he has never heard anything good about Steve.
I believe I ain't never heard nothing good about no Steve Harvey. So
Look, JJ.
I'm saying like Steve, I ain't trying to shit on him.
Corey also revealed that at times when he had interacted with Harvey, none of them were a pleasant experience. He had heard a lot of things going around about the alleged relationship guru, and none of them were good.
And I've had experiences with you, and I already know. If you was around me, you would be uncomfortable because I'm not going to fold in front of you.
Corey also alluded to the fact that Harvey is skilled in putting some string behind the scenes. He believes that Harvey has the beta syndrome and can only shine by pulling others down. So whenever he's in a room with alphas, he gets his panties in a twist.
I'm talking about Steve Harvey.
Right. Steve is like
He can only be in the room with betas. If you're around alphas, you're going to have a problem. I know that.
In addition to all Corey's disses, other black celebrities have also not shied away from calling Harvey for his messed up relationship and work ethics.
Steve Harvey is on his third marriage. His third wife was mistress to his second wife.
They believe that he essentially reflects his bad reputation on black community, so he must be canceled. Fans are convinced that Harvey is the black egg of the community. Steve is foul for sure. One thing I've learned over the years is to never invest more in someone else's dreams, goals more than your own. I'm not sacrificing or overworking myself to support anyone unless it's my child. Adding further fuel to the fire, Steve's toxicity is not only reserved for his wife. According to Entrepreneur, Harvey is known for his silly out there personality. However, what's on the screen is definitely not what you get off the screen. An email sent from Harvey to his staff was recently leaked, revealing the host's not-so-nice side. The email outlined new rules for his employees in terms of how they should communicate with him, or better yet, not communicate with him. For example, do not open my dresser room door. If you open my dressing room door, expect to be removed. And do not approach me while I'm in the makeup chair, unless I ask to speak with you directly. Either knock or use the doorbell. Well, for those who have doubts if the letter is true or not, Steve reacted to the leak and addressed the situation. He said, "I don't apologize about the letter, but it's kind of crazy what people took this thing and ran, man. In hindsight, I probably should have handled it a little differently." That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.